excited to announce our next speaker. Our next speaker is Mateen Cleaves, and I'm going to share a little bit of info about Mateen. Mateen is one of the most decorated and accomplished leaders in basketball history. This is a man who is a NCAA All American, Final Four Most Outstanding Player, NCAA Champion, NBA veteran, and now after years of leading players like Lebron James, if anyone's ever heard of him, Ray Allen, Jason Richardson, and Morris Peterson on the court, and he has now joined former teammate Matt Ishbia and became the top leadership coach in the mortgage industry for the largest purchase lender in America and #1 wholesale lender in America for 8 years running, United Wholesale Mortgage. Every week, Mateen leads the charge for thousands of independent mortgage brokers across the country with his championship mindset and motivation. So, with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Mateen Cleaves.
Oh man, let me tell you this, man. I am so excited to be here with you guys this afternoon. I'm telling you, I came all the way from Michigan, man. Couldn't wait to get here. And let's give a big shout out to Ultimate, man. What an event, man. Come on, man. I'll give you a quick little rundown of who I am. My name is Mateen Cleaves. I'm a leadership coach at UWL. And we have something unique in our company. It's pretty much, we've created a leadership development team. We probably have 7,000 employees, probably over 800 leaders. And we created a leadership development team to kind of make our leaders better. And I know if I can squeeze the greatness out of our leaders, they'll squeeze the greatness out of our team members, and everybody's going to win. Okay? Now, I know you guys are kind of like wondering, how does a guy so handsome end up in mortgage? I know what you're thinking. Okay. Backstory to that is, my connection is with our CEO, Matt Ishbia. If you look at the picture behind me, you can notice me. I'm the guy front and center with the big mouth. I'm easy to find. And if you look to your right, the little short guy sitting next to me, that's our CEO, Matt Ishbia. And it's funny, people don't believe it. They think we cropped him in the picture because he's not so tall, and then he looked like he's, 12 years old in that picture? After that game there, I was fortunate enough to be the 14th pick in the NBA draft. Played 6 years in the NBA. I ain't gonna bore you with all my basketball stories, but I'm gonna let you in on this. Best player I played with, LeBron James. Best player I played against, Michael Jordan. So that was kind of cool. He had some battles with John Stockton, but he was a heck of a player as well. But ended up playing 6 years in the NBA, loved it. After that, went abroad to play. My first stop was Athens, Greece. Oh, loved it. Paid vacation. Oh, man, I felt bad when they thanked me, man. Made a ton of money. I had a condo right off the Mediterranean Sea. Loved it, loved it, loved it. My next stop after that was Russia. Hated it. I didn't like that, man. It was tough, man. The problem, the city I was in, which is Kazan, Russia, I love it. Beautiful city, but it was too cold. I thought I was used to cold weather being from Michigan, but it was freezing. I couldn't get used to the cold. But that wasn't the big problem. The big problem was communication. Okay, I was on a Russian team, but we had a Lithuanian coach. Right? The Russian players, they couldn't understand the Lithuanian coach. And me, I couldn't understand nobody. So it was a challenge, but hey, man, I'm one of those positive people traveling the world, saw different things. Life wasn't too bad. Finished playing ball, got into broadcasting, worked locally at Fox Sports Detroit, worked at NBA TV, CBS Sports Network, had 2 national radio shows on Sirius XM. My favorite gig was CBS Sports Network. I loved it. It was a national televised college basketball show. And to be honest, I was being treated like a movie star. Man, I was flying from Detroit to New York, first-class flights. Then I get to the airport, limousine ride from the airport to the hotel. Okay? And then it stopped there. I get to the hotel, 5 stops. So at this stage, life is great. I'm happy. I'm in a good space. I don't want to change anything. Then I get a call from my brother, Matt Ishbia. He said, hey, man, I'm building something special. We're looking to take this thing to the next level. I need my guy on board. I want you to come see what I have going on. And I said, man. I said, hey, man, you know I love you, right? He said, yeah. I said, but you know what else I love? First-class flights, limousine ride, and 5-star hotels. So this mortgage industry stuff you talking about, man, it better make sense because I'm in a good space. He said, hey man, just trust me. He said, we already won a championship together. He said, we'll do the same thing. This time it's just in mortgages. I need you to come see it. So when I came to visit Matt, I said, I'll come visit, but I'm not making any promises. I came to see him. When I got to UWM, there was an aura about UWM. It was an energy about that place that looked familiar to me. And what it was winning. I've been around winning my whole life, so I know what it looked like, feel like, it tastes like. So he's taking me to the building, showing me different things. He's introducing me to people. So 30 minutes in, he said, hey man, how do you like it? I said, to be honest, you wasted 30 minutes of my life because you had me at hello. Okay? You had me, man. And I said, I think I'm ready to come on board, but let me ask you one more question. I said, how many hours am I expected to be in the building every day? Because I heard like in corporate America, you guys are what, 9 to 5? Matt said, no, actually at UWM it's 9 to 6. I said, well, actually, you can count me out. I said, that's too long, man. I don't want to be in an office setting with all you boring people all day, man. But came on board, one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I'm so glad I did. I'm telling you, Matt is a great person, great CEO, everything I love about him. He's a winner. So I follow him anywhere. So I wanted to give you guys a quick little rundown of who I was. It was not to brag by any means, just so you can connect with this bozo that's up here talking. And there's going to be certain things that I'm going to talk about. And then you'll be able to connect the dots. It's all going to start to make sense. Okay? Now, first thing I always talk about, positivity. So why do I talk about positivity? Because it's something we control. It's something that you control. There's a lot of things in this industry that you can't control. There's a lot of things in your life that you can't control. But your positive thinking and the positive energy that you give off is 100% up to you. Matter of fact, I encourage everybody in here, pop a positive pill in before you take one step out of the bed. And when I say pop a positive pill, stay with me. Now, it's just a metaphor, okay? When I see you guys, your eyes just big. You said pop a pill to have fun, man. It's a metaphor. But you'll have great days no matter what because you control it. And I want you to think about this. When you wake up, you have a choice, okay? You can be happy or sad. You can be positive. You can be negative, but you have a choice. And let me take a step back. I even throw you one. Let's say you do wake up in a funk, because it happens, okay? I'll be honest, it happens. But let me tell you this, that still don't give you the right to take that draining energy around other people. Nobody wants to be around that person that comes in the room and just suck all the air out of the room. Nobody wants to work with that person, and nobody wants to live with that person, okay? A problem is this big or that big, it's all about what you make. I had a young man in our office the other day. He said, excuse me, he said, can I ask you a question? He said, I've seen you every day for 2 years. He said, you always have a smile on your face. You always give off this great energy. How do you do it? I said, to be honest, I'm happy I woke up. I'm happy I woke up. That was on me to go out and do something great. Some of you in this room, you'll go your whole day agitated, frustrated, because nothing good happened. Come on, God. Make something good happen today. Well, he did. You woke up, okay? Now it was on you to go out and do something great. All right? Problem is this big or that big. It's all about what you make. So what do you do when you have bad days? I said, to be honest, I can't even answer that question because I don't. I control it. It's my life. I'm the writer, the director, the producer. This is my life. If I want to have a great day, great weeks, great months, great years, I'm on a quest right now. Trust me. Anybody who knows me, I am on a quest right now to have a great life. All right? So pop that positive pill in and have a great life no matter what. Next thing, there's a lot of perks that come with being in this industry. A lot of perks. But then there's some challenges as well. So my question to you would be, why do you keep getting so bent out of shape and frustrated about certain things that you already know is a part of this industry? You've all done it. And let me remind you, you signed up for this. You did. All right? So quit getting so frustrated about certain things. I want you solution focused. Things are going to happen. There's no way around that. That's called life. But when something happens, how do I fix it? Where do I go from there? I'm not going to spend too much time on why it happened and how it happened. I want to fix it first, and if you want to circle back to it and look into it so it don't happen again, I'm totally okay with that. But solution focused. You're going to be challenged. There's no way around it. Embrace it. I tell our leaders at our company all the time, embrace the suck. Embrace it. Anybody can be successful when everything go your way. Think about that. That's easy. you really get a chance to learn something about yourself when you go through some challenges. And I want you to meet it head on. We're going through some challenges in the industry right now. So what do? Feel sorry for ourselves? Boo-hoo? Okay, I'm going to give you, put my hand up. You got one person in the world that feels sorry for you, okay? I'll give you that. But nobody else cares, you know? And I've been through some challenging times in my life, and I've had that pity party. And when I realized it wasn't fun at that pity party. First of all, I was the only one there, and they wasn't playing music, okay? I didn't like it. I had to leave that party. Now, that changed my whole perspective on life. Now that I know the world don't care of what I have going on, okay? I could be going through the worst day of my life. Well, there's somebody outside sending an email. There's somebody doing a business deal. There's a doctor that's operating on someone. Somebody's at McDonald's ordering their favorite burger. Do you think they care what I have going on in my life? They don't. Okay, so hey, put your big boy, big girl pants on and keep it moving. All right? We're not going to talk about challenges, man. We embrace it head on. That's when you really get a chance to see what you're made of when you go through some adversity, okay? Next thing. Every great leader I've ever been around, or every great player I ever played with or against, they had a unique ability to make the people around them better. Now, this is something I want you to embrace. I want you to be so great at what you do that you make everybody around you better. I had an opportunity of playing against one of the greats, John Stockton, Utah Jazz, one of the best. He's one of my favorites. I played the same position as John. But he had this ability that everybody on his team looked like an all-star when they played with him. And then they'll go to another team and you'll hear nothing from him. All right? But John, he was so great, man. He embraced on making the people around him better. I was really good at it in college. That was one of the reasons we won a national championship. It wasn't the main, it wasn't the only reason, but it was a big reason because I took pride in making the people better. I wanted to be so great at what I was doing that I was going to make everybody around me better. So that's a mindset I want you to have. I don't want you to get frustrated when somebody else screws something up. That's okay. We still have a chance to win because why? We have you. And you're great. That's why everybody wants to play with Tom Brady. Because they know he's going to make them better. Michael Jordan had that effect on people. Okay? So you should have that same effect. I want you to embrace it when you wake up. Why not be so great at what you do that you make everybody around you better? All right? Another thing I'm big on, and some of the stuff may seem elementary, but every now and then, we need to shake up. We need to shake up and need to get back realigned. I am super big on relationship building. Super big on. I believe if you build the right relationship, it can change your life just like that. You don't know how far that person reach can go that you just met. Okay? And think about, like, far as relationship builders. I'm sure you meet a ton of people in your industry. But let's just say you had a client and they wanted to send their daughter or son to a different school, and they were looking for schools. And think if you could just pick the phone up. All it takes is a phone call. You can pick the phone up and find out the school that they can go to. Think how important that's going to make you. Or if they had a question about anything outside of mortgages, and you just pick the phone up and call somebody else and got it. Come on, you think that client is not going to be loyal to you? All this, it is all about relationship building. I'm not even good at math, but I know the more relationships you build, the more opportunities are coming your way. It's simple. It's simple. And for me, I'm not saying this to brag, but there's no way in the world that I'm not going to be successful in life when I built the relationships I built. Matt Ishbia, my little brother, who happens to be one of the most successful businessmen in America. He has a Rolodex that goes from this stage to the moon. Okay? His Rolodex becomes our Rolodex. I'm going to tap into those contacts. Magic Johnson, for any basketball fans in here, he called me the other day. He said, hey, he called me little bro. He said, hey, little bro, how's life? How's business? Is there anything I can do for you? I said, how much time do you have? Okay? I gave him a ton of things. But there's no way in the world that I'm not going to be successful because I built too many relationships. And another thing, this social media thing, hey, we got to get on board with this. We have to get on board with this. Trust me, I didn't want to. I would say, I'm getting too old for that stuff. That's for the kids. No, utilize it. Man, they're making it so easy for you to meet different people all across the world pretty much. Right from the hip. You can pick it up from your phone. All these social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Utilize this stuff. But relationship building is important. These are people you're dealing with. People are more apt to want to do business with folks that they like and folks that they trust. And if you build the right relationship, trust me on this, it can change your life just like that. Another thing, this may seem a little elementary, but I gotta say it. Hard work ethic. It's certain people right now today that think that they can win by taking shortcuts. And that just blows my mind. I don't get it. One of my favorite sayings right now, I was speaking and it just kind of came to me. I said, get your mind right and keep your grind tight. Okay? Get your mind right and keep your grind tight. You have to work. The good thing about this industry is you get out of it what you put into it. The bad thing about this industry is you get out of it what you put into it. Okay? If you don't work, you don't eat. You don't eat, so you have to work. And then we have a lot of great realtors sitting here. What's going to separate you? What's going to make you different? How do you get away from the other field? Well, I can tell you something that's in your control, and that's your work ethic. Do more. So everybody's trying to take a shortcut these days. There's something to be said about that old-fashioned hard work. It still works. Okay? So don't be afraid to work. Don't be afraid to compete. Because you're competing against people that got just as much knowledge as you have. They know everything that you know. So what's going to separate you? Do more. When our CEO, Matt Ishbia, first took over as CEO, I was still doing TV at the time, but I flew in town to celebrate with him. I said, hey man, I'm excited about this, but I do have to ask you a question. What's your game plan? Because you're competing against CEOs that have more money, more knowledge, more resources than you. So what's your game plan? He said, it's simple. Just do more. He said, I'm going to do more than every day. He said, they don't know my work ethic. And every day, he just competed. And now you look up, he's been one of the most successful companies in America. And it's all because of hard work. And this is my little brother, so I can poke a little fun at him. He'll tell you, he said, hey man, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. And I can attest to that. I had a math class with him, okay? But this guy works. He works. And that's why we're winning. Something so simple. At UWM, man, we'll bring you in, man, we'll train you on many different things. We don't have time to train you on effort. When you say you want to be successful, it's simple. Do more. Okay? Be willing to do more. You want to be successful, get out here and outwork people. It's simple, okay? Another thing we're big on is Leander hit on it. It's service. Like family, service. We're big on that. First of all, COO. No COOs of a company of our magnitude would have came out here. I'm telling you, that's not happening. But we're wired different. Ultimately, they're not clients. Those are our family members. And we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that they know that. So that's what you should do. Any of your clients, anybody that you interact with, go out of your way, do everything in your power to make sure that they feel like family. At the end of the day, we all just want to feel appreciated. That's it. So you should be constantly thinking. Melinda gave you some good tips. Constantly thinking on how can I make my client feel appreciated? How can I make my client feel like a family member? See, and I stand here talking to you, and I work for one of the most successful companies in America. And I'm not saying that to brag, but there's little things that we do that separate us from everybody else that everybody can do. Everybody can do. If you come to UWM, you're not a client test, you're a family member. And that's just how we wire. So everybody that you interact with, they should feel the same way. It's very important, okay? Last couple things, and I'm going to get out of here. One thing I'm excited about, too, because I can just feel the energy in this room. And for you guys that thought you were just going to come in after lunch and just sit back and just kind of first 30 or 40 minutes and just get by, no way. Not on my watch. But this is something I have to talk about here because the never relax, okay? And what I mean by never relax, some of you might be more successful than you've ever been right now. Might be more successful than you've ever been right now. But if you're not there, you'll get there. Because you're sitting in this room. You're here to get better. You took time out of your busy day to come here to get better. So I know you're going to win. But what level of success are you trying to reach? Are you okay with a little bit of success? Or do you see the bar? Do you raise the bar? Do you hit a goal? Do you set another? That's the difference that separates a lot of different people. The average person, and I have to say this, the average person, when they start seeing success, they relax. They take their foot off the gas pedal. They relax. But not, it's easy to not return a call when you got a pocket full of money. It's easy to send an email 2 days later when you have a pocket full of money. But see, winners and go-getters, they're wired a little different. They get a little taste of that success and they chase it. They chase it. Okay? When I got a little bit of taste of success, that probably was the best thing ever happened to me. And I was playing in the soccer league. I was 6 years old. We won a championship. They gave us a medal and they gave us a freeze pop. Okay? And I've been chasing that feeling every day of my life. I love the feeling of success. It's not the money. And I look at somebody like our CEO, Ishbia. If it was the money, this guy could have stopped a long time ago. How does one of the most successful CEOs in America get up every day at 3 in the morning, walk through the door at 4? What is that? He's chasing success. He's wired a little different. And there's certain people that I've admired over the years that have that mentality. I talked a little bit about playing against Michael Jordan. Well, how does a guy win 6 NBA championships? What are you eating? Where did you come from? Okay? How do you win 3 of those and come back just as motivated to do it again and again and again? Well, I can tell you what it is. It's a mindset mixed with work ethic. That's what it is. That's what separates him. Okay? He talked about winners. Hey, you got to throw Tom Brady in there. And it used to hurt me to talk about Tom Brady because he went to Michigan. I went to Michigan State. We don't like each other, okay? But I respect winners. You got to give respect where it's due. All right? Tom Brady. I tried to make up in my head. I said, hey, he's not the reason why the New England Patriots, they got a good football team. Tom Brady is good, but they got the best coach ever. They got good running backs. They got other good positions. And matter of fact, I like the trainer shoes. Okay? I try to make up anything of the reason why Tom Brady wasn't the fact why they were winning. Okay? Well, Tom Brady ran one on me. He left New England. They didn't make the playoffs when he left that year. He went to a different team that same year. He won another championship. I think it's safe to say it's him. Okay? He's wired that way. He has that never relaxed mentality. Tom Brady want to be better today than he was yesterday. That's what separates him. And I look at like Oprah Winfrey. She's somebody that I have the utmost respect for. Because in her situation, a lot of people would have been okay with being on TV and having some fame. They would have been okay with that. But not Oprah. She got in that position and she started looking around. She said, hey, I have something here. I can take this thing to a whole nother level. I don't want to keep having my show on somebody else's network. I'm going to make enough money and have it on my own network. Okay? And gentlemen, that just went over your head. Ladies, you might have caught it. Okay? Oprah Network is on. Okay? That's OWN. That's what her network is. All right? So that might have went over your head, gentlemen. But ladies, I hope you caught that. Right? But my point is, think about that. There's certain people that's ultra successful. And it's the reason why. They're not lucky. They're willing to do what others are not. They have that never relaxed mentality. Denzel Washington. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Okay? Not because of the great movies he made, but I love his approach. I watched one of his old interviews. They said, hey, Denzel, what's the best movie you ever made? He said, the next one. Come on. Let that sink in. All right? Now it all starts to make sense. It all starts to make sense. I get it. He's not just lucky. Every time Denzel gets in front of that camera, he wants to be better than he was last time. And that's a mindset mixed with a work ethic. Everybody has it. Who's going to be disciplined enough to push themselves to another level? Who's going to be able to adopt that mindset? It's very important. So I'll leave you guys with this. The 3 M's. Like it, love it, live it. Like it, love it, live it. And I got this from my college basketball coach. I didn't come up with this. And whenever I hear good stuff, I share it, man. Because I just want to help everybody. I share it. So, There's a lot of people I've met in this industry that like what they do. You know why? They pay the bills. It simply pays the bills. So they like what they do. They get by every month, they eat, they got a roof over their head, and they like it because it pays the bills. Then you have others that love it. And they figured out, say, hey man, if I get really good at this, there's perks. There's a lifestyle change that can come with this if I get really good at it. So the people that love it, they're going to do more than the people that just like it. But what I need you to do is live it. Because when you live it, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure you're successful at it, and it's not going to be an inconvenience. It's not. And this is coming from somebody who lived it. All right? Everything I talked about up here, I didn't read it in the book. I lived it. Okay? And this is coming from someone that played in the NBA. And I'm not saying that to brag, I'm saying it to make a point. All right? Every kid that picks up a basketball, what's their dream? Play in the NBA. Not only here in America, all across the world. So can you imagine how good you have to be to make it to the NBA? How hard you have to work to make it to the NBA? You probably got a better chance of hitting the lottery. You do. But what a coincidence, the kid that ate with his basketball, he slept with it. He took it to school, he took it to church. He got to the gym 2 hours before everybody else. He stayed 2 hours after everybody else left. What a coincidence, he made it to the NBA. And then when I look at Matt Ishbia, that own our company, I love this guy so much and have so much respect for him. When I look at Leander, our COO, man, you talk about some motivated people that never relax, that's constantly pushing the bar. We don't just like what we do at UWM. We don't love it, we live it. That's what separates us from so many different companies. Matt Ishbia, this guy competes and work, get knocked down, gotta get back up. Gets to the office before any other CEO in America. It's a reason why we're having success, ladies and gentlemen. So you should dream about it. You should wake up thinking about it. When you live it, don't just like it. Don't just love it. I need you to live it. And when you live it, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure you're successful at it. So, hey, that's my time. Hopefully it's something I said that hit home with you that's going to make you better. Get your mind right, keep your grind tight. Let's go dominate.